Friday Night Lights on Fox 12 Oregon. Presented by Pacific Office Automation.
Well, never-ending summer isn't a real thing. Welcome back into the season premiere of Fox 12's Friday Night Lights. Nick Krupke here with you for the new season and the march towards titles, memories, and moments here on Channel 12. Practice makes perfect, but games are always so much more fun. FNL, an 8 o'clock kickoff at Kiggins Bowl in Vancouver. Such a good game a year ago, had to do it again. Third-ranked Jesuit, Oregon's title contenders. Skyview feeling mighty, find their chances in the 4A Greater St. Helens League. Storm romping 21-0 in half. Fourth quarter, same tally. Jesuit working on something. Trey Cleveland, Elias Johnson. Gain of 25. Satyrs in the red zone, but not anymore. Riley Artis, the interception to keep them off the board on the night. How about the Skyview senior quarterback, Jake Kennedy, on the 38, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and breaks right all the way to the house. A 62-yard capper on a clapper of an opening night for Skyview. 28-0. The Storm get another 8 o'clock kick Friday with Columbia River. Ken Potter, meantime, 7 wins away from becoming Oregon's all-time coaching wins leader. The Crusaders home opener Friday for that holy war with Central Catholic. The defending WIAA 3A champs from Yelm wanted to see what was up at Doc Harris Stadium in Camas. Blow it up. The Papermakers out to print some headlines against Tornadoes. All about defense here, though. First quarter, no score. Yelm a 4th down in their own 40. Camas shuts them down, denying that Oregon commit Braden Platt. Camas back of the ball now. Jake Davidson. Anthony Forner throwing some stiffies. Getting down to the 25. 25-yard gain to the 15. The Makers now making it 4th and goal from the 2, but Tornadoes take them down. Turnover on downs. Still scoreless, about 6 minutes left in the half. Platt, an elite linebacker, and a 6'2", 240. 30-yard score for Yelm to be up 8-0. Camas down a touchdown. Here they go, though. Davidson, Chase McGee, look at he, collects 31 yards to the 36. Then seeks out Forner once more. You got to check out this wrestling match. Forner wins the battle. 28-yard hard-earned to pick up to the 8. That effort rewarded. Titan Brody gets in for the touchdown, but they're only on the night. 8-7. Yelm in the end. Camas now travels to Glacier Peak in Snohomish. First game of the doubleheader from Kiggins saw Hudson's Bay and Heritage. Always nice when they can play under these summer daylights. Eagles had a 4th down early, but the ball going to come loose on the exchange. That's a payday if there ever was one for the Timberwolves there. Second quarter, same possession for Heritage. Similar scenario, 4th and short in the red zone, but the snap didn't go as planned. It is week 1. Turnover back to the Eags. This time, they'd get right. Akeel Ballman dives right in. Fly Eagles fly. They're up 7-0. Ensuing kick, we had a Melvin. Luke Melvin fields it, cuts it, and cue up the sideline streaker. A defender on his back, an 89-yard game-tying score for Heritage. But the final tally had the Eagles soaring away with it all, 31-7. Hudson's Bay will next play at Kingsway. Heritage will host Stadium High at McKenzie. Fox 12's Will Metzold live from Randall Stadium in Wilsonville as the Wildcats and Thurston have one of the best 5A rivalries going in the state now for years. Will, the Cats and the Colts began the year ranked 2nd and 3rd. This matchup was again supposed to be top-notch, but that's why they played the games, right?
Oh, exactly. It did not turn out quite that way once these teams got on the field. But boy, does football smell pretty sweet here in Wilsonville tonight. These teams very familiar with one another in recent years, meeting in the playoffs several times, and a thrilling overtime game won by Wilsonville last season. The stage is set, and these two forces in 5A football are set to open 2023. Wilsonville setting the tone on defense on the first play from scrimmage. Mason Seal and Emmett Fee combined for the sack of Thurston quarterback Noah Blair. The Colts would miss a field goal on their first drive. Then the Wildcats with a huge first play on offense. An 80-yard touchdown pass from Kalen Guttridge to Mark Weipert. A huge strike, and it's 7-zip Wildcats. Then 3rd and 5 for Thurston, and Wilsonville's Lucas Larson comes up with the interception of Blair, and the ball is going the other way again. Guttridge this time calls his own number up the middle for 10 yards to the house, and 14-0 Wilsonville on top. The offensive train is rolling from there. Guttridge to Weipert again, 8 yards for the score. 21-0 Wildcats. Whitebird also is good on the ground here with the option play and keeps it 12 yards. Finds his way to the end zone, 28-0. Wilsonville is rolling with no answer from the Colts. And then right before the end of the half, the Wildcats put any doubt to rest. Guttridge to Nick Crowley, 53 yards on the touchdown pass. As time expires in the half, making it 34-0 Wilsonville. The final 44-15. The senior Guttridge with 3 touchdowns passing and 1 rushing.
How good did that first touchdown pass feel, your first play?
Gosh, it was definitely risky coming out of the game, running forwards, but it felt so great. You know, I was like, it's football season, baby. Like, let's go. Like, it was awesome.
So Wilsonville is showing they are going to be one of the top players in 5A this season. Also out there proving they have lots of weapons that can put up big numbers like they did tonight. For now, here live in Wilsonville, send it back to you, Nick.
Nice to wear those short sleeves. It doesn't last forever. Like a year ago, the new playoff format in 6A returns this year. The field of 32 will be split into the OSAA championship bracket for the top 16. 17 on down will play for that Columbia Cup again. That's something the Westview Wildcats won in year 1. They got a new head coach now, and Jamal Jones came over from Franklin as Oregon State alum Ryan Atkinson moved on after 8 years in Rock Creek. Clackamas led by James Holan. 7-7.5, third quarter, Clacks Luke Baker. You know him better as the touchdown maker. Going to go the long way across to find the end zone. 14-7 Cavs in front of the red shirts. Later third, Baker and the Cavs were pinned back at their own 3-yard line. And you know what this needs to be. The junior signal caller can select his own number when he wants to. Nothing but green turf in front. No monsters to catch him by a toe. How about a 97-yarder? 21-7. Baker, a hat trick of scores. Cats, though, not ones to stop scratching back. But Maddox Mahara with a linebacker interception to stop that. Swing your sword, 28-7 Cavs. The Clack will attack the road at Sherwood now on Friday. Westview back to 185th on Thursday. A mighty challenge in Wilsonville. Fox 12 FNL on the Barlow Trail in Gresham. The Bruins' beauty of a home, hosting Steve Corey's Lake Oswego Lakers in East County. The Lake Show got the scoring going first. Look at this hole. Jack Cesar, Shazam, in through the outdoor, gone for the 48-yard score. 7-zip anchors away. The Bruins up, tossing out some buoys too. Jet Fay, a senior who can sling it. Got to get air clearance here. Centauri Martino on the receiving end, coasting in. 71 yards, we're tied at 7. And boy, you think Tracy Jackson's kids were ready. Elijah Greenup collects the sack for loss. LO would have to punt. Nothing's given, though, especially in game number 1 of the season. The hike going to fly into and out of the back of the end zone. That's a safety. 2 points for Barlow and the lead, 9-7. The fun way, make them pay in a big way. That kickoff turned into a straight electricity factor here from the blue and gold in that 10-member senior class. Paced by Martino. Kick it, catch it, run it in. But the Lakers would rally for the lead at halftime, and in the end, they'd win 40-22. Barlow now hits the road to see Keenan Lowe and Mountainside in Beaverton. The Lakers, meantime, host West Salem. Speaking of, we go to West Salem in the Cherry City. The Titans and Sherwood Bowman under the Friday night lights. Kaysen Covert, the disguise. Trevor Nivy with the discovery, senior to senior. 21 yards later, Sherwood a 13-0 advantage. Bowman back on offense we see here. That same combo connects again to move the chains. Great yards after catch. Same drive. How about Caden Mikulik, the junior, getting juiced up, pouring it all out. A 31-yard rushing touchdown for the Sherwood Bowman. West plays the full 48 minutes, though. Caden Matriano, one of the best arms in the state, finding Luke Looney. No tunes, but a first down. The Titans would be stopped, but not denying Cade Van Diver. They got a play on defense. Fumble, scoop, and score. But the Bowmen get the win, 34-21. They'll now get back home for back-to-back Fridays. Clackamas and Summit coming to town. West will visit Lake-O and then North Medford. How about FNL and Kaiser? McNary and McMinnville, the Grizzlies, have steadily improved the past 3 seasons under Ty Tomlin. Celtics out to shake the funk of a winless 2022. That's Kane Sullivan, the King Grizzly, 19-13 in favor of the visitors. The C's always up for a fight, too. Gage Medina out to level it up. He does that. 34-yard score, 19-19. McMinnville now back on the ball. Hayden Church under the steeple. Look at the people go. That's a big first down. Same drive. Church, or behind a play. Here's Church. Feeling charitable. Big-time stick mover here for 34. Always looking good, don't they? Sherwood, McMinnville, all the greens. Here we go. And Church going to get back in again. 26-19. Grizz now get back home for consecutive weeks. Forest Grove and Ridgeview. McNary will be in Beaverton on Thursday. And hard to find many natural grass fields these days. They love to keep it old school at Kelly Field and Banks. 3A Braves hosting their former 4A league rivals from Astoria. Hard to find a better motor than the one of Ashton Crossan. Gassing up for the Braves. The senior mowing lines in the lawn. Cuts it back. Briefly saw my life flash before me shooting that one right there. Came back up, saw the quarterback. Cade Long throwing blocks. How about a 45-yard score for number 44? Their first points on the new scoreboard out there, as a matter of fact. Cole Linehan's kids would force a punt. Lane Gilbert made him some magic happen along Highway 6 for number 6. And boy, from there, Crossan got another cash and another carry on a payday Friday. 52-0. Banks might be number 1 come Monday in 3A. They're going to Tillamook next. Astoria going back on the coast to host Mark Morris. And Foxville's Paulina Aguilar live from McGinnis Field in Silverton. Top 10 5A battle, a Mid-Willamette clash here early on in the season, week 1. Foxes, Dallas, Paulina. I know Silverton knows how to do F&L. How was your first trip down the foxhole?
Is there a better place to be? Because I think this is it. They welcomed us with open arms the moment we stepped onto campus, and the fans' energy was off the charts, and that carried into the game because the Foxes didn't disappoint. In fact, they had not 1, not 2, but 5 different players scoring tonight. The Foxes are on the hunt. First quarter, not even 2 minutes in, quarterback Sawyer Teeny not wasting any time, taking it to the house himself for a 7-0 lead. Let's go to the second. The Foxes crawling their way to the end zone. Diego Flores down at the 15-yard line, but just seconds later, the handoff to Flores again, and he gets in for 6. Still in the second, Houdini Teeny this time spreading the magic to Elijah Howard, running it outside for yet another 6. And though they missed that extra point, the Foxes come up 20-0 at the half. To the third, Brody Sullivan gets on the board, and the Dragons remain scoreless. In the final quarter, 4.5 minutes left to play. Teeny this time to Logan Udo, who zigzags his way through for a 32-0 lead. Field goal? Nah. Houdini Teeny taking one down, and the lob to Flores for that 2-point conversion, slaying the Dragons 34-7.
I mean, I saw it go up. I guess it wasn't to me, but I just got up and got it, so it was all worth it at the end.
5 different players scored tonight, including yourself. Tell me how you guys were just so connected and be able to gel and spread it out to different people.
Yeah, we've been doing stuff pretty much this whole offseason. Everyone's been in the weight room, working hard, getting the reps in the offseason, and then that just showed tonight. Everyone's contributing in their own ways and making plays, scoring touchdowns, and just working as a team.
The Foxes setting the tone in week 1, but can they keep this up for the rest of the season? We'll find out in week 2 when they host Woodburn. Reporting in Silverton, Nick, back to you.
Well, like most industries, the shortage of available officials remains a thing for a second straight season. Based on that lower number of those women and men calling the games in stripes, the varsity schedule needs to be split into 2 days again, so every team will play at least one Thursday contest. Thursday night lights the gift from it all. Sure felt like fall last night, the constant moisture. The defending champs from West Lynn hosting Adrian C. Nelson out of Happy Valley. Hawks' 3rd year of existence. They're good. Lions great. Roaring like we saw last year, the state champs. Hudson Hardy and Beaver baseball commit Ryan Vandenbrink ramming home a pair of first half scores. 37-0 the final. Lions next now go down to Eugene for a state title rematch with the Sheldon Irish. The Hawks home opener will be Friday with Roseburg, should say. Tigers welcome North Medford for Toga night. And game 1 under interim head coach Ken Feist, who replaces John Kemper. Colt Ness wants that game ball. Should get it. The junior linebacker had the INT for TD, 27-yard pick 6. They had 2 of those in the day. And how about the coach's kid at quarterback? Jake Feist finds Nico Simonetti knows how to play the game at the top level, all right? Victory Thursday for Gang Green, 27-7. Tigers remain home Friday with Sandy. TNL at Jefferson High. Democrats, Oregon City, both made that Columbia Cup bracket last season. Thomas Borden wants more of it. The senior speedster, so darn elusive. The punt return to celebrate the good times to get on in. 27-0. The Pios return to their home turf. Back-to-back Fridays, Canby and Century coming to town. Jeff will next be at Liberty. Thursday in the capital city, Roosevelt's bus was nearly 2 hours late getting to North Salem. Pierce Walker, always, though, on time. The senior leader, the ultimate guidance into the end zone. With that Vikings ground and pound so good again this year, aided again by Jamal Wilson, the transfer new kid, coming from McKay at a pair of scores. 35-6 the final. Vikes will be home for week 2 against David Douglas. Riders head back home. The next play, Reynolds. Misty night of Harefield and Hillsboro. Glencoe, Lake Ridge night ago. Mother Nature made it tougher than it can be. It was week 1. There was one first-half score. Jake Molero doing that thing he do. Nobody in Oregon should have an umbrella. I heard that about 20 years ago when I moved here. Jake, though, jumps around for 70 yards in for the pick 6. 21-0 the final for Lake Ridge. Pacers now come home with Sprague in 8 days. It'll be rivalry week at Hare next Friday as Glencoe meets Hill High. Do the math, that's 7 days. The Ottawa Wells Guardians hosting Hillsboro and Hillsdale. Wells ended a 5-year postseason drought with a Columbia Cup appearance last winter. Preston Itch Avaria is a state wrestling champ who tallied 3 short scores out of the backfield. Hill High by pinfall, 46-24. Spartans home opener with Glencoe. A battle for the borough. We will be there. The Guardians now go to Century, a daylight friendly at 5 p.m. How about Mustang born? Well, your Mustang bred. 4A Milwaukee hosting 5A Rex Putnam. The Kingsmen had their best season in decades but lost more talent than perhaps anybody in the state. Graduations and transfers. We see Fermin Carrillo, the senior running back for Milwaukee, making the most of his final go-around. They go around and hang 50, allow none. Mustang Way will next go to Park Rose. The Kingsmen remain away Friday at McDaniel. And if Fridays aren't enough for you, we'll wet the whistle with Thursday Night Lights each week at 10:30 here on Fox 12, giving that primetime platform to those kids who are competing, cheering, conquering on a different night than the norm. And the best of Thursday and Friday will be computed and combed over to come up with the 6 picks plays of the week. We'll roll that tape on Sunday night during the 10 o'clock news. Next up, whatever happened to that never-ending summer? Well, we leave the field to hit the beach with the girls from Banks High in our high school spotlight as the Brave soccer team keeping it clean for you, me, and the Sea Turtles. Plus more from those 2 live crews, including Paulina taking a new pregame tradition in Silverton. We will have her and our cheer of the night in Wilsonville. And our cameras can be in so many places, not all the places. You know that. If you take a shot of that QR code on the screen right now, if you got any highlights to share, it's a simple upload. We can get it on the show. Week 1, Fox 12's Friday Night Lights back right after this.